Gold tools in Minecraft? That's not that bad. Gold tools in Stardew Valley? I mean, it'll take some time, but it's not that hard. Gold tools in Animal Crossing New Horizons? Mamma mia, he's out of his mind. He's lost it. Get him out of here. Indeed, today's goal is to see how quickly we can acquire every golden tool in Animal Crossing New Horizons. You might think that it's going to be similar to the full museum speedrun video that I did, and it will in the sense that the golden fishing rod and golden net will require catching all the fish and bugs respectively, but we also need to get the golden slingshot, golden axe, golden shovel, and golden watering can as well. In exchange, we don't have to worry about getting all the fossils, sea creatures, and artworks. So I reckon that's a fair trade-off as far as the difficulty of this challenge compared to completing the museum, and still unique enough in its own way to make for a fun video. 3, 2, 1, go. Most of you probably know the requirements for getting all the golden tools, and some of you might have even earned them all yourself. If not though, I'll briefly explain how to get them all. The golden fishing rod is acquired the day after catching all the fish in the game. The golden net is the same, but with bugs. The golden slingshot is earned by shooting down 300 balloons and popping the golden balloon that comes after you're done with that. The golden axe is earned by breaking 100 axes of any quality. The golden watering can is acquired after achieving a 5-star island. And finally, the golden shovel is acquired after helping Gulliver 30 times. So some of those tasks on their own really aren't that bad. Come to think of it, I've done all of those in one way or another on my channel, except for the shovel. These are cracked starters, dude! Wait, these starters are cracked! They're so good! And the nice part about the golden net and the golden fishing rod is that I don't need to donate the creatures that I catch. Just having them in your Critterpedia is enough, which allows me to then use the fish and bugs that I catch to decorate my island to expedite the process of getting 5 stars. That's smart, right? Don't say your boy don't know Animal Crossing. Okay, so we want to grind up Nook Miles tickets, or Nook Miles here to pay off our first loan here. It'll be 5,000. As far as the other golden tools, well, we'll get to those later. We're only going to worry about the golden fishing rod and the golden bug net for right now. After those have been acquired, then we'll worry about the rest, and then I'll explain my process as to how I'm going to get those. Unlike most of the challenges that I do, this one actually has a time to beat. Most of the speedruns, or challenges, or whatever you want to call them, are completely made up by me and aren't actual competitive categories for Animal Crossing New Horizons. But the world record for all golden tools is 27 hours, 10 minutes, and 36 seconds by Yoro Noteo. And that was just in one sitting. There's no way I'm doing that, though.
Hello chat. My name is One and I currently live on my island called One.
Before we started this challenge, we set the date to June 1st at 4:20 a.m. This allows us a 40-minute window to get some stuff out of the way before the day rolls over. Stuff like finishing the tutorial section by finishing Tom Nook's tasks, doing the DIY tutorial and catching 5 creatures, putting down the museum tent plot, putting down some flowers to make hybrids later for a peacock butterfly, and earn 5,000 miles to pay off our first loan and confirm our house expansion. And then once 5 a.m. rolls over, the museum tent is built and our house is built as well, allowing us to get the vaulting pole and the shovel pretty quickly, and also getting the Nooklings to propose building their shop, all within the first hour. I also set my birthday to the 1st of June so that we get a little Nook Miles influx early to afford the Better Tools DIY and the tool ring ability from the Nook Stop. And while we're doing this, we're also catching any bugs and fish that we see along the way. And while we don't need to donate the creatures to the museum to get the golden fishing rod and the gold bug net, we will want to upgrade the museum to get a better star rating for the golden watering can later on. Y'all aren't seeing it right now. I'm petting him with one hand and I got my other hand on the controller. Okay, that's huge actually that we have Gulliver. Congratulations on your new home. Now would you like to hear about Cutco? Sure. We finished donating 20 total creatures to the museum and earned the shovel recipe. We then used that to help out Gulliver, who we were lucky to have wash ashore on the first day. Of course, we'll help him out whenever we can to make it easier to grind the golden shovel later on in the run. Same thing with the balloons as well. We'll shoot them down whenever we see them to save having to do as many as possible later on. Something that will help with getting all the bugs in this game is to decimate the entire island of trees, leaving only a small grove of them to essentially force all the bugs that spawn on trees to spawn in that tiny little grove. Saves having to walk around your entire island when hunting for something on trees. We'll leave some stumps though for some bugs that we'll need later as well. There you go. Do you see anything on there? I see a few things that I still haven't caught yet. But I'd say most of those we have by this point. There we go. Hopefully, I guess, I hope it's furniture to decorate with. Embellish denim pants? Yeah, man, hell yeah, absolutely. We've made pretty good progress so far on some of the more basic fish and bugs. Now, if you remember from my full museum speedrun video, there's a mechanic in the game called the total catch requirement, which is basically something that the game does that requires you to catch a certain amount of fish, bugs, or sea creatures before certain ones spawn. Generally, the rarer the creature, the more catches that it takes. Stuff like the Horned Hercules takes catching 100 total bugs to start spawning, and a rare fish like the coelacanth, for example, will also take 100 fish caught. So because of this requirement, we haven't gotten anything of notable rarity quite right now, but hopefully we will soon. The museum is open on the next day, and it's raining outside. Now, it's still too early to meet the catch requirement for the coelacanth, but we will certainly use this opportunity to get a snail. We finish off day 1 of this challenge by catching a few more bugs that we need, and like I said earlier, there is no way I'm doing this all in one sitting, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow and make some more progress as this will take many days to complete, which technically invalidates it from being submitted to any leaderboards, but I'm not really bothered by that. The next day, we start at 11 a.m., still in June, and we're looking to get a lot of the daytime bugs and fish that we weren't able to get on day 1. With our rocks refresh, we also upgrade Nook's Cranny, finally acquiring enough iron to please the rat, and to put the shop plot down. I'm not trying to be rude, but maybe they should start restricting things by gender. The hair doesn't need to be on a male character.
What the fuck are you talking about?
After getting most of the creatures that we wanted, we're now going to move to August at 11 a.m., specifically a Sunday in August. Because now that the shop is built, Daisy May will begin to sell her turnips on our island, which we'll let rot for ants and flies later on. What the shop also allows is the ability to move in more villagers. There's a couple of reasons as to why this is something that we want to do. A, we want more villagers for more chances of a flea later on, and B, we'll need 10 villagers moved in to maximize our star rating for getting a golden watering can later on. It also allows us to build a bridge and get a DIY for a ladder as well. And now that we have the ladder, we can now reach the upper layers of our island and continue our deforestation efforts. Please note that Dagnel and his subsidiaries only condone the practice of deforestation in virtual format. The physical act of deforestation for the purposes of tampering with the habitats of wildlife is strictly condemned and not environmentally conscious. For more info, please visit Dagnel on deforestation.com. I need a spider, not a bagworm. IRC was better. Oh, fuck. I'm so 3008, y'all so 2000 and late. With the trees pretty well cleared out and 100 total bugs caught, a lot of rare butterflies start to spawn now. Not to mention the cicada shell, which is stupidly rare for some reason. The bugs are coming along quite well. Fish, decent. Sea creatures we don't need, so I haven't even bothered with it. Now we're going on to March at 11 p.m. with the main goal of getting a tarantula, and an outside goal of maybe getting some other rare stuff like the barrel eye, the tuna, the sturgeon, etc., etc. Prerequisites for... No! Oh, shit! Yeah, so I actually did react in time. Bro, I think, the luckiest man in the world. I saw them both looking at the ground, and I was like, oh, it's probably just a bug. Oh, not only is it a bug, it's a motherfucking tarantula. Okay, sure. Sadly, we don't get much outside of the tarantula, but we did get up to 100 total fish to round out day 2. What gold items do we have? None of them. We got none. We stink. Day 3 is a big day for us. We're in August at 11 p.m. and we're going to use a Nook Miles ticket to farm up all the rare summer beetles in the game. At the end of day 2, we grabbed a couple of palm trees from a separate Nook Miles Island to bring with us to this island to maximize the spawning rates of all the palm tree beetles. And I'm sure most of you know the ways of maximizing the spawn rates. Clear out the flowers, clear out the trees, the rocks, and all the elevated areas, leaving only palm trees for things to spawn. While our main goal is getting rare bugs on this island, we certainly have to worry about fish as well. Oh my gosh! Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll take an arowana. Hello, Earth Calling Jenny. Hope you're doing well today. Mamma mia! Alright, the fish are coming along nicely. Oh, nice. Killifish. No. Yes, killifish. Is that 40 fish? That's halfway through the fish, if that is. Yeah, nice. Alright. Not to mention a prime gamer. Holy shit! Dude, what is going on with this just insane fishing luck here? Our luck with bugs and fish is coming along well, but scorpions, not so much. I haven't mentioned them specifically, but all the sharks are available during this time frame as well. We should get all of them pretty easily though, being that we only need 4 different kinds of sharks. There's no chance that I keep getting the same one, right? It's like, what are you gonna expect, you know? What are you gonna expect? Look at that, dude. But that was so close to working, though. Easy. Please don't be a great white shark. Son of a bitch, dude. I guess 3 of the same damn sharks. Thanks for the follow. Son of a fucking bitch, dude. What do you want me to do? Like, this is just getting ridiculous. Every shark that I've damn caught is the same great white shark. Please? Thank you. Finally, we got a new fucking shark. A saw shark. So now we just need the hammerhead shark and the whale shark. Please! Fuck, dude. Hammerhead! Please! I got like 10 great white sharks, man. But if you're in Western Pennsylvania, then you're a Sheets boy and you hate Wawa. And that's where I'm from, so legally we have to hate Wawa. Hey, that's what I've been looking for. Please. Fuck. This is absurd. This is insane. This is ridiculous. This is just stupid. Well, at least we got lucky with this guy. Same time towards the end of the run. Let's go. That's huge. And this guy. Is this a pier fish? Okay, good. That counts as a pier fish. Nice. So despite a bountiful amount of bugs from this island, we came up short with the fish that we needed, still needing the whale shark and the hammerhead shark. Plus there was an outside chance of getting the mahi-mahi, which didn't happen either, sadly. So we'll try again tomorrow. So for the run, we're now at 6 a.m. in August, and we basically got to get everything that's available in the morning time in August. Things like the evening cicada walking stick, the dorado, the Napoleon fish, the mahi-mahi, the ocean sunfish, and the ray. Those are the big notable ones that we need to get at this time frame. So we're in the morning now to get a few creatures that we've neglected so far. We also still haven't gotten a black rose yet for a peacock butterfly, and we haven't been doing great on balloons either, so future Dagnel's gonna be struggling when it comes to getting the gold slingshot. I'm upset? During this time, I'm also going to get started on Project K. That's Tom Nook's project for getting KK to perform on your island by achieving a 3-star rating. We, of course, need 5 stars, so it'll be good to get a head start on that. Do I need any river? I do need a dorado. I do need a dorado. Do need to focus, though. That... Oh my gosh. Manifested. Please, a ocean sunfish. Hoggers champion. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Hey, like, hey, dick ass. There you go. Well, we know that this is at least not a sucker fish. It's something good. Hopefully a hammerhead. Well, what do you fucking know, dude? What do you fucking know? Please, please! Thank you. Just needed a little bit of yelling. After getting most everything that we needed, we moved on to September at 4:53 p.m. The goal is to use the 7-minute buffer that we've given ourselves to catch a fairly common monarch butterfly before 5 o'clock. After 5 p.m. rolls over, a bunch of new bugs and fish start to spawn. Stuff like the red dragonfly, the cricket, bell cricket, pike, cherry salmon, char, golden trout, salmon, king salmon, mitten crab, and sturgeon will all need to be caught during this time frame. We've also built the campsite before we time traveled, and we have our first camper waiting for us. After that monstrosity, we then get to finally check our star rating. 1? I'm upset that it's not higher than 1 star because of how much stuff that we've decorated on our island, but I suppose the lack of trees and flowers could be why it's not better than it is. Moving on, it's now winter, specifically December 11th at 2 a.m., the day of the big snowstorm hitting your island, causing your ground to be covered in snow starting the next day. Today will be a day focused mainly on fish, and the precipitation always helps with that, so that's why it's important that it's snowing on this day. The big boy that we need during this time is the stringfish, which notoriously gave me a lot of trouble in the past. Along with that, we need the blowfish, the football fish, and the tuna as well. And then for the bugs, we need the damselfly and the dung beetle once the snow sets on the ground. Oh, I guess, like, it could be a boot or a rock? Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Could be that, yeah. Focus? I hate the pike. I hate it so much. To port 3DS games onto the Switch, maybe for technical reasons, it's difficult. And when I wasn't trying at all to get the stringfish, let's go! I didn't even need bait for it. I just fucking found it. Alright, that's cool. Nice. Now... tuna. Calm. Focus. Easy. So now we'll go to the next day where the snow has settled on the island and snowballs will begin to spawn. With this starts the dung beetle season. I'd be impressed. Hey, big man, I need to help you. Don't you push that off the edge, mister. Don't even think about it. Alright, so now, we're basically at the part of the run where we clean up, which is to say that we go back and we catch all the things that we haven't caught yet. So similar to how we pruned a Nook Miles Island, we now need to work on our main island to optimize it for catching the most dreaded bug in the game, the flea. The flea is so hard to farm, for a couple of reasons. One is that it spawns on your villagers, which aren't always outside a whole lot, and when they are, they're quite spread around your island. And then number 2 is the fact that the fleas are just really rare, and this bug is an absolute nightmare to try and catch without accidentally stumbling upon it randomly. But we can maximize our chances by looking for it between the months of June to August, traveling backwards day by day until one of our villagers loads in with a flea. Sadly, you can't just sit next to a villager and wait until they get a flea. The fastest way is by going back a day to avoid Isabel's announcements, check all of your villagers, and then go back another day if there's no flea. The fly has also eluded us on this run, so while we're looking for a flea, I'll be checking the trash and the turnips on my ground for that as well. This might take a while. Hi, Dagnel here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna try to sell you anything. First of all, I hope you're enjoying the video. The next several hours of the run are, how should I say it? They're boring. It's boring. It takes me a lot of time to get the flea. Hours. And while I kind of feel bad for cutting out a large part of this run, there really is nothing that happens in between now and when I catch the flea. I do get some more villagers moved in to potentially have more flea spawning chances, and also to get 5 stars easier. I finally get a black rose, I got a giant snakehead, and I got a fly. But that's it. That's all that happened within the next 7 real-time hours. So, you can imagine my relief when I saw this. Hey. Oh my god. So the last bug that we need is the peacock butterfly, and it spawns between March and June from 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. on black, blue, or purple flowers. Should only be a matter of time before we get the golden net. Did you ever change the title? Nice, 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 nice. I think we're about wrapped up anyway, but let's grab the first DIY here, the Faraway Museum. Thank you for using the Critterpedia app. We congratulate you on completing every bug entry in the encyclopedia. To celebrate your achievement, we present you with a recipe for a golden net. Golden net. 1 of 6. Done. So today, we're going to get the gold fishing rod. We don't have a whole lot of fish left to get the golden fishing rod. We'll go over the ones that we need here. Snapping turtle right here. Pond smelt. I just didn't get a pond smelt. Blows my mind, but this is a pond smelt. Did not know. Char, golden trout. Those are going to be tough. Guppy? This is a fucking guppy and I didn't get it. This is a nibble fish, which is understandable. That one's pretty tough. Mahi right behind my fucking OB's head. And then a coelacanth right here. So we got some tough fish to do. We got some tough fish to do. It's gonna be tough. But we're on the 20th of April. Hilariously enough, I didn't even intend to do that. The 420 at 9:04. So that means that we have a lot of those fish that I was talking about available. Oh no, he mad. Why are you so mad? When it's really just like the easiest thing in the world. When it bites, you pull up. Okay, I pull up, and when it doesn't bite, you don't pull up. It's really quite easy. Now, this might actually be a golden trout, because this thing is blind as shit, so I'm really going to try to pay attention. Dude, I am getting so good. I am getting so fucking good at telling the fish before I even catch it, dude. There's a small tell that the fish have that you can use to better guess what fish you're about to catch. I'll call it the vision score, and it's quite hard to find information about it online, but it certainly is a mechanic in the game. In the official companion's guide to Animal Crossing New Horizons, it has a vision score for every fish, with the higher number meaning higher vision. Generally, the better the fish is, the worse its vision is. Meaning that if the fish that you're trying to catch isn't seeing your bobber very well, there's a good chance that it's a decent quality fish. Which is how I was able to tell that that was a golden trout. None of this is, relevant to the run, but, I thought I'd teach you something. Yeah, so, woohoo, we got the snapping turtle and we got the golden trout. We got 3 golden trouts, we got no char. Ain't that something, dude? After a pretty miserable day of fishing, where we only get the golden trout and the snapping turtle to our name, we're left with 5 fish remaining. The char, the mahi-mahi, the coelacanth, the nibblefish, and the pond smelt. Specifically, the char was giving me a hard time, and I really don't know why. I've never struggled to catch that one with enough bait. But the next day, after only 40 minutes of trying... Please be a char and validate me. Alright, there you go. So now we'll skip to a rainy day in May, which can net us 3 of the 4 remaining fish that we need. And as with snow, the rain should help us get rare fish along with the coelacanth, of course. Alright, I actually need to focus this time, okay? No more politics. Easy, easy. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know, I guess I never really thought of it. But I've heard that before, and I'm like, why, it's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. Okay, you're kind of blind. Maybe. Maybe. Let's go! Hell yeah. I was actually really not expecting it. I was like, maybe, but in the back of my eye, I was being, realistic. Unlikely. Cruella is a whole movie? Yes, let's go! That's the last hard fish. And now, all we need now is the pond smelt. And then after a quick trip to a random time in December, that should be it right there. I believe that should be it. And it is. But finally, After 28 hours, we now have the golden fishing rod and the golden bug net. Polgar's champion. That is the 2 hardest golden tools complete, which now leaves us with a decision that we need to make. Which of the 4 remaining tools should we go after next? Theoretically, we could do them in any order, but logistically, I think that we should work on getting the golden watering can first. We already have our island littered with bugs and fish, which will help a lot. All we really need to do is to drop a bunch of trees around, and I think that should be enough to get us to at least 5 stars just with that alone. 190 trees is the recommended amount of trees, so we'll aim for that. Well, I guess, wait, 1 to 3. I guess if we have a 3rd star, then I guess it's still a chance for... What? Really? Really? I forgot that flowers are such a big deal to your star rating. I mean, I already have quite a bit, but Isabelle wants, a lot of flowers, so I guess we'll do that. Oh, let's go. Hell yeah. Can I see? I mean, you can't see 4, right? All right, there you go. And 3 stars has been achieved. I'm really not sure how we're going to eke out those last 2 stars, but that's fine. Just sit back and enjoy the KK Slider concert. We'll worry about that later. So the next day shows us continuing our efforts to make a 5-star island. I ordered a couple of furniture items from Nook Shopping after being told the importance of having expensive items of furniture on your island. So we throw down a couple of snack machines and lighthouses. That's aesthetic, baby! After shooting down an unassuming balloon, we realized that we're already at 50 balloons shot down without even having tried to farm up the golden slingshot yet. I want to see what specific feedback Isabelle has for improving our island. I think the island's natural environment has a lot of potential. Flowers. Yeah, flowers, of course, right? Yeah. And then, of course, we should build some inclines and bridges along the way as well. We'll take the less expensive method of just planting a ton of flowers around rather than going for bridges and inclines quite yet. Sadly, I don't have very much money on this save file, since all of the fish and bugs that I could have sold are being used everywhere as decoration. So this is gonna have to be 5 stars on a budget. Now that we just planted 70 points, let's see if we got another star then. They have to be fully grown. Well, then it's a good thing that I skipped ahead 4 days to fully grow them, and there you go. Means our work to improve the island's natural landscape. So now, what that means is building bridges and inclines and getting the Able Sisters upgraded. Or I could just go fuck myself and I can plant more flowers. Okay. Well, I thought that was enough flowers. Guess we'll plant more? So we got the 4 stars with just spamming flowers everywhere. One thing that I've learned from doing all of these challenges is that flowers are basically a cheat code for getting 5 stars easily. I'm sensing a small degree of bias in the star rating assessment here. I think that there's some conflict of interest going on here with these alleged polls that you're taking, Isabelle. Example A, flower on the sweater, you want more flowers on the island. Example B, flowers on the mug, more flowers on the island. Is there no end to the corruption? How far up does this go? I would like to speak with Nintendo. Alright, well, let's see what she says now. Oh, really? Holy shit, I didn't think we were. I had... Really? While surprised, I'm certainly happy to see that we got 5 stars and thus the DIY recipe for the golden watering can. So now we have 3 more tools to go, and they're all pretty tedious. We have to break 100 axes for the golden axe, help Gulliver 30 times for the golden shovel, or shoot down 300 total balloons. Which one will we do next? They'll all involve some level of grinding, so let's get the worst one out of the way first. The golden axe will require me to stand at a tree, repeatedly press A until the axe breaks, switch to another axe, and then break that one. We'll use flimsy axes since they break the fastest and fill our entire inventory up with them. This tree, this will be the poor son of a bitch that I just absolutely wallop and assault for the next, well, however long it takes to break 100 axes, dude. To keep myself and viewers entertained while I do this, I'm gonna play something else while I do this. GeoGuessr. It's a fun game that drops you in a random location on Google Maps, and you have to use the context clues around you to find out where in the world you are. Lots of fun, go check it out. And while I'm doing that, I'll just be tapping away until I've broken 100 axes. It takes about an hour and a half of tapping the A button, but eventually... Dang, multitasking? Let's go! Finally! Ah! I just came up with a recipe for a golden axe. Oh my fucking god, is it true? Could it be? So next we'll knock out the golden shovel, and that sounds like it's gonna be a pain to find Gulliver on your beach 30 times, right? Not at all, actually. All we have to do is find any day that he's on our beach and keep refreshing that day over and over again. Same way that we got all the art in the full museum speedrun, and this works for every traveling NPC as well. So we've already helped him out twice, so we have to keep refreshing the date that we found him 28 more times. Dig up his communicator parts and return them to him. And by the way, Gulliver does not count for the golden shovel. Unfortunate. It's exactly what I'm gonna try to do, because maybe like all the other beaches are taking up all the other spawning spaces. I don't freaking know. Please! That's not... Bro, I swear. I swear there was one right there! There was one right there. Am I going insane? There was one right there. It fucking gaslighted me, dude. So that's 30 times now that we've helped Gulliver, and if you're wondering how long that took, that was about 4.5 hours from when I helped him at the start of today to now. So that's 5 down, 1 to go. Alright, golden slingshot, baby, you pumped? You pumped? Yeah, I'm not. This is gonna be the worst one yet. Let's get it. So, from shooting down most every balloon that I've seen thus far this run, we've already gotten a head start of 61 balloons, which is a little over a fifth of the way there to the 300 that we need, but it's still a lot. We can make balloons come faster though by playing on Bunny Day. On Bunny Day, sky eggs and Bunny Day recipes will often fly by your island much more commonly than balloons do normally, so that will help a lot. And unlike that video where I earned the golden slingshot without the slingshot, we're not going to be using our net to pop them, or setting up any elaborate farm using jail bars or anything like that. We're just gonna sit here and listen for the whooshing sound as balloons fly by our island, while playing GeoGuessr because that's boring. I grinded for a few hours and got up to 203 balloons shot down. That was after another 4.5 hours of farming balloons, which should mean that we only need a couple of more hours to get to 300, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, you actually not only need to earn the DIYs, but you also need to make all of the golden tools as part of this speedrun. So while it'll be easy to get to 300 balloons today, getting the gold to make the tools, that might not be. Alright, what's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? Ah, I hear a balloon. That's number 300. Bat. Bat. Bazinga. Let's go. Oh, that broke. So that was number 300 right there. Now we need to make sure we have a space for the gold balloon to land, lest we have another incident like we did before. I gotta, like, stay close to the shore as well, like, watch for balloons coming over. So I probably shouldn't wander too far away. I think I hear one. I think it's a bunny day one, because the whooshing's kind of high-pitched. This island is basically, like, anxiety incarnate. Oh, no, it's the good boy. Alright, plenty of space where I'm standing for it to land. Make sure you don't shoot it out over the water. Ooh, easy. Easy. My pockets are full. Golden slingshot. Alright. Alright, so now it's time to grind some gold nuggets up to make all of the golden tools. I already got 1 nugget earlier in the run, so now I need 5 more. Something that was added in the 2.0 update to this game was Katrina's fortune telling, and there's a fortune that you can get that increases your chance of getting gold nuggets from your rocks. If you have good fortune with money, then your chances of getting a gold nugget from your rocks goes from 1% to 11%. That's a pretty significant upgrade, but there's a problem with that. You can only use this ability once, as you can only get a max of 1 golden nugget per day from your rocks on your island, and this effect does not alter the drop rates of gold nuggets on Nook Miles Tickets islands. So what I thought was going to be a huge help to us in getting the good money fortune really doesn't do all that much. I didn't know this at the time though, and I got 1 gold nugget really easily from my island, but was disappointed to see that it didn't seem to be working as I went to another island. So we'll have to grind gold nuggets normally, with the normal 1% chance every time I hit a rock. Well, might as well make the gold shovel while I'm at it. I was about to lose my fucking marbles. Alright. Why is it red? I'm sad. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gold tools. And with that, we are done. 47 hours, 27 minutes, and 8 seconds of my life wasted. Thank you all very much for watching. It was a lot of fun to do this challenge, and I think it made for a good video as well. If you made it this far in the video, then you're the best. Seriously. Long-form videos like this can be daunting to watch, but I hope it kept you thoroughly entertained throughout it all. This entire video was filmed on my Twitch channel, as a lot of you may have noticed. For those of you who haven't joined me over there yet, I'd highly recommend doing so. That's usually where we film these videos and discuss future stuff that I plan on doing with the channel. So if my irregular upload schedule on YouTube isn't enough, then consider giving that a look. But that's that. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and see you all for the next challenge in Animal Crossing New Horizons.